So what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another video of alternate future of the world. So let's begin. So let's start with the pushback from the Republicans in North America. But this is part 4, right? I don't know, we'll see. This is hard to do because the Democrats are trying to hold a strategic position, but it's just not working. After encircling a bit of the armies, the Democrats' forces here are getting weak. The Democrats pushed back the Republican movement in the South. And but are weaker on the frontier. The Republican forces push back. The Republican USA pushes back with help from the other conservatives. Completely push back the Democrats out of this part of their territory. Oklahoma, I believe. Something like that. Hold on. German forces, with help from the Czechians, go through Poland, until they are stopped with much Polish resistance down here.
Subscribe to this German ball mapping.
Okay.
And if you don't, you're going to get bad luck for 12 years.
Patty, stop making stuff like that.
What?
Stop making stuff like that. Kosovo breaks away. And the Serbian government surrenders. The Bulgarians capture Western Thrace. While Hungary starts their push into Austria. With both French and German forces, the northern Italy, where most of the industry lies, gets around. Some of the conservative parties break away in an Italian civil war, although they are pushed back some. France with British help pushes into Spain. While Spanish troops meet and push. It's very hard to go through this area because it's the Panaries. But France just did that. UK for the British forces capitulate the Netherlands, and Danish forces push through Schleswig and Holstein. German forces, with help of the British and the French, pushed back the Polish forces. While mostly British forces pushed back the Hungarians. Italy falls in the hands of the Conservatives, and it's not looking too good in Europe. The Neo-Confederacy tries one last tactic to push up and cut off a lot of the West Coast from the industrialized East Coast, and almost meet the border into facing heavy resistance. Conservative forces moved down the East Coast and pushed back some of the Confederate forces. In California, the anti-conservative party revolts and successfully connects up with the Confederate forces and sabotages the United States, or the conservative forces. Now, with more U.S. forces coming in bigger numbers with the help of the British, they do manage to push back the rebellion quite a bit. While Washington Democrats revolt, this is put down from the Washington conservative forces, but it leaves a mark on the USA. Mexico joins the war to get the lost territory. They had the lost territory. Which is something like this. And then pull out of the war. For this big loss, the Texans blame the liberals and and revolt. More progress in California is made into a huge democratic forces go. Spain, with the help of Portugal, pushes back what's it called? French forces. While a liberal campaign in Italy strikes. So Germany pushes back Denmark into the border and takes takes Jutland. Sweden joins the war on the side of the conservatives and push in and go across the bridge to Copenhagen. However, Ireland joins the war on the side of the liberals and successfully take the Northern Ireland. Greek forces now organized push back with help of the other Balkan nations push back Bulgaria and now reaches a stalemate. With Sofia with the government being captured and surrendering. Balkan forces make a spearhead up to Budapest, but were quickly stopped by the retreating Hungarian forces from German lands. This gives way to Germany taking the rest of Austria and doing the same thing. Now, realistically, Germany has a great economy, but not big military. So saying that they could probably make a big military. That's what I'm thinking. While they capture Bucharest, the Romanian government surrenders and Budapest falls. Hungary is not in a good situation, so they surrender. Quickly, Slovak and Polish forces do full conscription and save their Hungarian ally. While Portugal has a huge revolt, which successfully takes over the country, making it conservative. With help of the new Portuguese government and the French forces are finally getting together, but with tough resistance. The Spanish forces push and almost cut off the troops into the extra divisions come to save the day. Now Madrid falls around here, so they encircle it. Circle Madrid. While pro-conservative forces, while pro-conservative of Spain rises up. Now, what you're probably thinking, what is Portugal's intense? Why does Portugal join this war? It's because they also want Galicia as a strategic port. Madrid falls around somewhere like here, but we'll just say it's right there. So, Madrid falls and Spain capitulates. Ireland decides just like the British offered them Northern Ireland to sue for peace, and they do that. Now, Polish forces conscripted. So I'm gonna get this straight here. Conscripted forces, you're just basically handing people a gun. They're not trained, they're not anything. But this does give them a lot more manpower. After a couple more offenses, the rest of the forces come. And do a spearhead to Warsaw again. Now it's not looking too good for the Polish forces, and Warsaw is encircled. Warsaw lies around here. So when they encircle Warsaw and the Polish government surrenders. Now, the war in Europe's done. Liberal forces fall apart. And are quickly ousted out of territory to make it in hopes to make a defensive line. They get out of California, which leads way for a whole invasion, for full-on invasion of the South, and they do really successfully. For the third time since American existence, the Battle of Orleans takes place, which was a conservative victory. And now an assassin shoots the Democrat president, and then the Confederacy falls apart. So, I think we all knew this was gonna happen in the peace treaty if anybody would actually. This also left the American economy crippled. So was it a whole win for America? Galicia will go to Portugal, along with a little more like Leon. territory. Bastille will be a recognized nation in the UN. Along with Catalonia, which will also annex some land from France. The conservative government will take over in Spain. Trento will be annexed by Germany. As the Austrian part of Germany. Some border changes with Milan will be given to the Milanese, and Savoy area will be given to France. Sorry about my dogs. Sardinia will be given to France. The new conservative government will take over there. Kosovo will be recognized as an independent nation. Serbia gets to keep their government, but Vojvodina has to be broken away. Transylvania will be released. The Romanian and Bulgarian governments will be replaced by conservatives. The Hungary will form a union with. Hungary will change their government to conservatism and form a union with Slovakia to form Hungarian Slovakia. Silesia will be annexed by the Czech Republic, or Czechia, now known as the Republic of Bohemia. The Pomeranian area will be given to Germany. Poland will pay war reparations to both Germany and Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands will form a conservative union known as Benelux. The Italian government will be considered conservative from now on, and so yes. The only liberal winner is. Oh yeah, and Denmark will be a puppet state of. will be a puppet state of Sweden. So, a lot has happened in this video. The Second American Civil War died. Europe looks completely different than it did. I would like to say 100 years ago. And last thing today is last thing today is let's just hope Russia doesn't embarrass itself like last time. So I'm gonna leave it there. If you do, sorry I didn't post for 2 days, and I said I would post for daily, but I had a root canal and it was hard on my teeth, so I couldn't really do that. And so if you would like to, so see you guys.